I'm live.
Give it a second. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to LongWalker's Live Woke Ass Wednesday. I've got the lineup of the latest woke clips that we have from like 3 or 4 different places. You know, Simp Saver Sam, Woke. Forgot the name of some of them.
I think there's woke folks.
Clown World.
There's Mike versus everyone.
Yeah. So we're getting started. I gotta hook everything up here. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, so hit the plus on the top bar.
Where?
Right here. And then you select YouTube. It's one of these. Right? Okay,
Oh.
that's fine. And then make sure it's on yours.
Yeah, because I think it's on dudes.
And there's the California thing where everything's like a question at the end.
Like that. It's on mine.
And then go to your page and then playlists. And then we have to go back to the stream. Because we have to share it. So. Okay, go to the stream.
If it starts one.
Make sure we got sound. Okay, so now say share screen, I think.
Where?
I think it's one of these. Hover over.
There it is.
And then that.
Clown World Insanity.
Biatches.
Sure, okay.
You should be good from there. Double check.
Yeah, because I lost like a whole section of my
yeah, I don't know what happened.
Friday.
Okay. All right. Enjoy, everybody.
We look good. Still no baby, but the days are counting down. Could be any time. So, Friday, when we do the second installment of the life-saving plant kratom, we might have a new son. Don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see.
The old one's still here, don't worry. The old son's still here. Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, so we're going to do Mike versus everyone to start us off. Let's get into it.
One pronoun, does the order in which they tell you those pronouns matter? So like if someone is he, they, does that mean they prefer he but accept they? Or are they just like interchangeable? Or like a roommate that I once had thought, does it mean that you have to split your sentence in half and use one pronoun half the time and the other half? Luckily, it's usually not that last one. The order of pronouns often indicates preference, but not always. If you're unsure, you can just ask. Like here at camp, people's pronouns change constantly. So I usually start the day by saying, hey, what pronouns are we rocking with right now? It's easy to remember because they are on our name tags. We're doing he, him exclusively right now because camp is a great place to try some of this stuff on for the first time. A lot of these kids and often their counselors don't feel super safe doing that at home.
What the hell did you just say?
If people use more than one pronoun, does the order in which they tell you those pronouns matter? So like if someone is he, they, does that mean they'd prefer he but accept they? Or are they just like interchangeable?
Yeah, I think the pronouns are really confusing. I don't even know what a pronoun is.
Now, setting aside all the pronoun nonsense we just heard about in the first clip, what is a queer camp? Who are these counselors that are running it? And how old are these kids that are attending? I have questions. Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today. And as usual, we have waste. So
thank you.
Let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. Now, I'm not quite for sure exactly what we're looking at here. I think I see a little bit of a neck beard on this young lady. She definitely has a naked portrait of herself tattooed on her leg. And going by what it says on her fan, I'm guessing she uses they, them pronouns.
Wow. Yep. Steve Carell.
All right, let's keep it moving with a very, very good friend of P. Diddy, pop star Usher. Now, I'm often half joking when I say all of these celebrities that come out in support of Joe Biden or Carmelo Harris are being blackmailed. This time, I'm dead serious. Here we're going to see Usher on The View about a month ago. Then we're going to see him very recently at a Carmelo Harris rally. Hold it.
Do you think, I always say that in this emergency that we're in, I think that the Who's artists should come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump, because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I didn't get a chance to watch the debate last night. I obviously have been watching like everybody else. I think voting is an individual choice. And I think that you're right. You have to look at the reality of the country that we are and the country that we want to be, and find the candidate that you feel both are who fits the category of where we want to be. And that's it. And that's what you vote based off of, who you highlight and how you choose to highlight it on whatever platform you have is your prerogative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The did you just say?
Look who it is.
What the? Oh my God! It's a guy.
It's him. But yeah, the guy said, a very good friend of P. Diddy's.
Yeah, he was groomed as well, but I used one of those songs for Tristan's clip today. And it was like, I was really on the fence about it because I'm like, I know that he's kind of like in hot water, but the song was still available. So
so it should be fine.
It's, it's just the one from, from our school days. Yeah. That one. But, I was like hesitant to use it because of this.
I know. And we got My Way. His younger days.
Yeah, I don't really know.
That was like his first hit song.
I literally only know like the one song. I know more from acting. Like he was in the faculty.
Yep.
And it's like, spank some kitten butts.
And get a fork.
Not for the kittens, but we are not having Haitian cuisine tonight.
No. All right, let's see. Let's see what fucked up.
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics.
A few moments later.
I love you more, but I love Kamala Harris even more.
And it would just
I want her to be our next
I don't really
president of the United States.
So yeah, it looks like he doesn't care about politics now, doesn't it?
Typical.
I mean, this guy is saying it looks like he's blackmailed and stuff because and probably after the whole P. Diddy thing, I mean, he has to have somebody that likes him. So who knows?
And we can do it, but we're gonna do it together.
See, now that's some bullshit.
I'm not going to get too deep into the connection between Usher and P. Diddy. All you have to do is Google it. But to listen to him say a month ago on The View that he's not that into politics to just the other day saying he loves Carmelo Harris, they have him on tape. Yeah. Anyway, next up, here we have Lizzo, who also joined the Carmelo Harris campaign. Now, here she says, this is how a bad bee saves democracy.
She had a lot of legal problems.
By boarding a...
Okay, now, for me, I do not think that any celebrity, singer, actor, musician, whatever they might be, they should not stick their nose into politics.
No, I agree because, as somebody who works, say if you work like a blue collar job, white collar job, you can't talk about politics. So you can't use that as your platform to say I'm going to hold a rally or. I know. So it's like they use their money and their status to try and sway a bunch of other people. And that's not right. It's like,
and it's just like, no matter what, you're going to lose fans over this. It's like you have fans, for the most part, most people have fans that are on both sides. Well, now, if you go with one, you're going to lose half of those fans.
Yeah, and we've lost a lot of respect for a lot of different artists and actors, and some of them lifelong for me,
I know, I've always known them, and it's like, Stevie, they're great.
But then they start getting mouthy and saying some nasty things, Exactly. And this one that he's about to bring up right now, this Lizzo character, she, just not that long ago, she was in her own legal issues and everything because she had forced one of her backup dancers to, do sexual acts on stage at a show while they were in Paris or Italy or something. I can't remember. But there was something involving bananas because there was memes all over the Zelda site for the Yiga clan. and Lizzo. So
it's never a good thing when the banana meme gets used.
And you know, like and now she's gonna like act like she's some political like force to be reckoned with. You know, she can lend her expertise to that. I guess I don't know, but she's like a nobody. So
I mean, that's crazy.
Private jet rolling.
This is how a bad bitch saves democracy. You hoes couldn't even spell democracy. Ha!
Campbell.
What did you say?
This is how a bad bitch saves democracy. You hoes couldn't even spell democracy. Ha!
You don't want to die, you fat bitch.
So this next clip I'm not going to play for very long. It's more about the optics of it to prove people like paid establishment shill Harry Sisson and Hollywood actress Jennifer Gardner wrong. Because they keep saying things like, if you vote for Carmelo Harris, you're a manly man, or men that vote for Carmelo Harris are sexy. Real.
This thing is definitely something, and I say thing because I'm not sure what the hell to call it.
Who is it?
So geeky. I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was the name. Like so geeky.
Roll.
I haven't heard of him.
Hey, how are y'all doing? All right. My name is Maxine Kirkpatrick. I am a born and bred Michigander, a fellow on the Michigan One campaign, and president of Students for Harris Walls at Wayne State University.
All right, guy.
Next up, we have this lovely lady, and I'm not quite sure exactly who she's voting for, but I don't disagree with her last.
That is a demon.
Whoa.
That is a full-fledged demon right there.
Oh, I thought my skull was bad.
Wow.
Statement here. Roll it.
Why you mad at me?
Sexist shit. And no, I don't have to talk to you politely. You sexist shit.
Oh, whoa.
And just.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the lunch lady.
Jasper County, motherfuckers, I'm coming for you. You motherfuckers, I'm coming for you. Yeah. Oh, legal like. Yeah, legal.
Yeah.
We'll do it on your terms, motherfuckers.
Wait, is that a filter?
Oh, no.
Our government needs stop.
Is he the
Stop.
bus leader or the bus driver?
Hey.
All right, next up we have this fella who was worried that after he came out as...
It's really funny. The two actors that he has shown now, that he used clips from, have gone woke.
Which two?
Will Ferrell and Jack Black.
Well, he also used Steve Carell, and Steve Carell's like on the fence.
Yeah, Steve Carell I haven't seen much about.
Jack Black hasn't
but those two...
Oh, no, Jack Black's pretty...
Jack Black?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's in the Minecraft movie, though.
Yeah, but Minecraft is woke. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But
Trans, women wouldn't accept him because he's hot. Roll it.
That's okay.
Shortly after I came out as a trans woman, I became worried that women wouldn't accept me. Not because I'm trans.
Namaste.
But because I'm hot.
What are you talking about? You're delusional.
And next up, we have a clip of a ribbon cutting ceremony in Fort Collins, Colorado, where they used taxpayer dollars to paint a crosswalk in the rainbow colors to promote gay sex. Roll it.
What?
There we go. Are you ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. The rainbow's come
I don't think so. So they're not painted. They're thermoplastics. So that's permanent. Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. It's really messed up.
Is that
Super gay.
Now, I can almost guarantee that Fort Collins, Colorado will not be painting a different crosswalk for straight people. And if anyone decides to do burnouts on that rainbow crosswalk in Fort Collins, they probably will get charged with a felony hate crime. Anyway, next up, I'm a little confused by this clip. See if you can figure it out. Roll it.
Look at all that hair.
Oh my God, seriously, you're so real for this comment. Like, I know I'm a switch.
Oh my God.
What is a guy gonna
why would you do that?
Just like once. Like, I'm begging you. I'm begging all of you, please, someone.
I am the bearded lady. But are you one of the freaks?
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen now. It's been a minute since we've seen Al Weezy in his latest OOTN, or outfit of the night. So here we go. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by, we have 3 sponsors for today's video, 3 great friends of the channel. Our first sponsor is the one and only Coda 320. Our second sponsor is none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. And last but certainly not least is John D'Arcangelo. And I want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mentions, Michael and the Real Bambi Hoofs, for each leaving a super thanks on the last video. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all the support. So once again, today's video sponsors are Coda 320, Pastor Bob Rogers, and John D'Arcangelo, with the honorable mentions going to Michael and the Real Bambi Hoofs. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. All right, I think we've all seen enough of Al Weezy for one day. Get this off the screen, please.
Hi, baby. So I'm stepping out for dinner, but look how cute this outfit is. Bitch, shout out to Fashion Nova, okay? It's giving coquette money with the little gold
I'm not sure, but I think this is the one that started that whole very mindful, very demure trend. And it's like the clip that I think this person used. It was really good. It was really, really good advice. She's like, I think, trends, right?
I think so.
It was like, look at me when I go out, when I go to work. She's like, I keep it classy. I don't dress like trashy. She's like, what you get at the interview is what you get at the job. And it was like really, really good classic advice for all women across the board.
I mean,
yeah,
it is what it is,
Yeah, and it was just like not at all where you'd expect it coming from. But
because it could be the most beautiful woman, and if she's a ditz or
she opens her freaking mouth the way they do,
no good at her job, then what?
Right, exactly. And she talks about etiquette, like on the plane, and how you should dress better on the plane. People dress too trashy on the planes. It's an experience, And he's like, kind of calls out somebody across the aisle and is like, I'm like, over here, but really sound advice. But like how not to be mouthy and very mindful, very demure. And it's like that's a trend I can get behind.
It is for sure, yes.
But because I think Gorlek the Destroyer is much trashier.
Yeah, I think so.
And the name.
Yeah.
Things, the bows, and of course the little khaki tennis skirt. Sorry guys, I couldn't figure out the color. But look at the glam. Super fucking cute. Also guys, it's like taking a while to get used to my hair, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I'm gonna head out, guys. My perfume that I'm wearing is Chloe, and I'm gonna pair it with this pink little gold crossbody. But I'm running late already, guys, so I will talk to you guys soon. And shout out to Miss Nova.
Can you guys see that?
For what? What's the one?
So this next clip I played in a video several months ago, but I saw it making its rounds on the interwebs again, and it is just too good not to watch just one more time. So if you've seen it already, I apologize. If you haven't seen it yet, check this out. Roll it.
If you are not black, if your skin is not brown, if you are not melanated, then you do not have the right to come under my videos talking back to my Your opinions are not wanted, nor are they relevant. So why do you feel like you need to come and keep saying something to my people? people. You need to ask me my permission before you speak or comment on my videos. You come under my video and say, Lord, may I please have your permission to say something. Then you wait for me to give you my permission before you start tapping, moving your little pasty fingers around on my page.
This is what we call God syndrome.
Yep.
These people are so egotistical, thinking that they are all that and a bag of chips.
Yeah, I heard that, like, Lord, may I have permission to speak?
Yeah.
Excuse me, I only need one authority's permission, and it's
Exactly.
been granted,
I got a.
And it's to shut you up.
Mm-hmm.
I got the eye.
Yeah.
You people have been talking way too much for way too long, and your time is officially up. It is Black Power forever.
That's just self-centered and racist. You need to shut the
Seen them forever.
Hey, where are the white women at?
So every now and again here on the channel, I will show these pictures of these extreme body modifications, or body mods, as the cool kids say, as far as tattoos and piercings and such. And I came across this photo and thought to myself, that's pretty extreme.
Yeah, it is.
Look at this fucking guy.
So Donald Trump stopped at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania yesterday to cook some French fries and interact with the customers. And I'm sure most of you know at this point that MSNBC has turned into a full-on Democrat establishment propaganda network. They don't try to report the news or be unbiased or bring you truth or facts. It is pure propaganda. So we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of a couple of talking heads from MSNBC giving their take on the situation. Now, we can't see the people talking in this clip, but hey, at least we could watch Trump working at McDonald's. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time. I love you guys.
Decision
Peace.
2024.
Roll it.
It's coming up.
I mean, if you're on his campaign, and I know you are certainly not, I'm not making any implication of that, but what is the logic behind this? Going to a McDonald's and filet of fish, and he's used the word love to describe the way he feels.
I'm sorry, but maybe he wants to show somebody that, hey, I will get to your level and be with you. We have 1-1. This is some of the lower jobs on the totem pole. So let me show you I will do it too.
I'm at least willing to do it for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's more than you can say for a lot of the politicians.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All the fake politicians out there. And I mean, that's
what they're saying. It's like, this is like old school politicking. They used to do that. They used to go down to people's level.
Yeah.
And at that time, she was having a birthday bash with Stevie Wonder, I think. So it's like, they're saying that she's the person that's like supposed to be for the people, that she understands that she's middle class. She said that a lot of times, but she's not the one that's out there doing this kind of work.
And she skipped the latest party too, the
roast and stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. So it's like, the old school politics is not with her. And
no.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see come November.
We will. What everybody puts in office.
Feels about the food there before. But what's this about?
There's no logic to it. It's a stunt. He has not put forth an economic agenda. He, as you know, appears to be not well. And he's engaged in some really bizarre types of activities during this campaign. So this is just another one of those stunts that he will continue on through the campaign. And I think
when talking about bizarre behavior, it's like she's the one that like went walking into a convenience store looking, where are the Doritos?
Mm-hmm.
Doritos. And now she's using that all the time. So they're like, oh my gosh, she relates to us because she also eats Doritos.
And who's the one that she had in her video the other day, the superstar?
Oh my god, it was Molly Shannon.
Molly Shannon, that.
It was a superstar.
Yeah.
That's something that has not been funny or relevant since the 90s.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it was funny or relevant then. I could never stand it.
I know, it's so stupid.
I don't really like Molly Shannon as actress either, but it's neither here nor there. But I mean, I swear to God, I thought the whole thing was green screened. Like I thought it was pieces of the movie because I didn't have my glasses on.
Yeah, mixed with her.
Right. because it just looks so forced, you know.
Oh, it is for sure.
I don't know.
1 minute left.
I think that we need to really focus on making sure that he is not elected, of course, because he is a threat to our democracy, but also the Harris-Walsh agenda is about the economy, reducing the cost of living, reducing the cost of prescription drugs, reducing the cost of housing, and making life better for everyone. And that's what we have to focus on and make sure we get every voter to the polls and make sure that the voters vote for the future, not take.
Now say it again.
Oh, so never have I noticed the difference between Democrats until like the past 3 years.
Oh, I know. It really shows.
It's like we've lived outside of society long enough that it's like, you know, you see it come and go no matter if it's a Democrat or Republican.
Normally it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't affect your life. This last set has affected our life.
Yeah, it has.
We haven't gotten our taxes.
Yeah.
Since, you know, that administration's been in.
Exactly. And we were before.
Yeah, and it was definitely noticeable from one to the next. You know, the gas prices, the grocery prices. I mean, it's crazy cost of living out here.
Yeah, you just see what their agenda is. And it's like, I'm sorry, she's in office with Biden right now.
Right.
So we're going to be looking forward to another whole set like we're having now if she gets in.
And it's like, we'll accept it because, you know, we don't vote. And it's like, it's not in our religion. We can't do it.
No.
So we'll accept it, but it's noticeable.
It is,
you know, and it's like, I'm hoping that there's a change.
Yeah, same here.
Either way. Even if she does get in and it was like, okay, my hands were tied by the rest of the administration, now I have more pull, I can do, maybe, you know, but
yeah,
I'm hoping.
Taking the country backwards, as you see what Donald Trump continues to try to do. So I'm urging and encouraging everyone to get to the polls and vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
What did you say? What the did you just say?
We need to really focus on making sure that he is not elected, of course, because he is a threat to our democracy.
Correct.
That was the biggest load of crap I've ever heard.
And you ain't black.
Biden.
Yep.
All right, so that was Mike Everywhere.
Oh, Mike versus everyone.
Yeah, Mike versus everyone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're moving on to Simp Saver Sam's latest. Let's see. This is the alpha male protects his family from aggressive man. We saw a very short clip of this one. It's interesting.
Okay.
Ready?
Scares me.
Yeah. He like pushes it away from him. Watch. She has it. Oh my god!
I don't really know what they're arguing about initially, but we can see he actually raises his hand to his wife. This guy did the right thing, defending himself and her. But the whole point of that was protecting his family. And when he went for round two, when he walked up to him, his pram had long gone in the road. His wife had to run after her. That was pretty wild. And you can also see at the start, he's saying, get back, get back. He's got his hands out. He told that guy.
I agree. And I agree that he had every right to do that, even though they're going to spin it a different way and say that he didn't have the right, like too much force.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the only thing I disagree on is how he shoved the baby down, because that could have gotten hit by a car and there could have been a lot more issues. The wife finally notices and runs, but I mean, that could have been too late.
Mm-hmm. Like, number one priority is knowing where your child is,
Yes.
especially in the city.
I mean, by pushing it out of the way to begin with, yeah, that's the right thing to do, because you just want the baby.
Right, exactly. But not to like take your eyes off it and just let it roll.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like you can definitely tell it was like a very heated
Yeah, it
exchange.
was.
Try it again.
Guy not to come any closer. He gave him a chance by the looks of it.
And he's like, you did it. He got him good.
It's called congratulations. You played yourself.
I see some people in the comments are angry at the husband defending his family from this guy because he was old. Well, if he's old, he should know better to not raise his hand to someone else's wife. And I'd like to think that if any guy raises their hand to someone's wife or family member, it's going to be a bad day for him and no one should do it. And to be fair, the husband could have carried on, but he hit him once. The guy was done. I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson at that point, and that was it. He definitely did the right thing protecting his family.
Oh, look at this doing! God damn it! Yo, fresh out of primary school. Yo!
That kid is
I don't know why the guy recording is laughing and making fun of him when he's the lowlife getting nicked. He's making fun of an officer who looks like he's doing better than him. But we can't ignore the fact that he's definitely got that job on max difficulty.
Thank you. Can you help
Don't do your kid to me.
Oh. Can you help her? Okay. Keep them.
God damn.
Yes, yes. And there's 2 small children here. Yeah, no, I'm here. Hello. Hiya.
Man, the delivery guy walked faster than the paramedics. He even locked the gate behind him. You can see how quick he responded to the situation. He's a great example of a good man.
What is it?
Good. You're trying to break in there at the door.
Wow, that was fast. It's a heart-pounding and heartwarming tale of bravery.
Oh
a
my
man
God.
scaling a 19-story burning building in Philadelphia with the hopes of reaching his mother trapped inside.
I'm not just going to sit there and let my mom die.
Sometime after 9:30 p.m., Jermaine received a call from his sister saying his 65-year-old immobile mother couldn't make it out of her apartment on the 15th floor. Jermaine rushed to the scene, but police had blocked off the front door, climbing the building's fenced-in balconies, wire cutters in hand.
I was going to cut a hole in the fence to next door, the loud.
The fire was contained by the time he reached his mother's floor. She reassured him from the balcony that she was okay, and back down he went.
She don't be surprised as long as I do that. She know I go,
Officers.
That's pretty cool. You hear that? Yeah. And he climbed a 15-story building. She was on the 15th floor. It was taller. But yeah, he climbed to make sure his mother was safe because there was a fire. They got it contained, luckily. They just climbed back down after he got to her.
Officers were waiting for him below, but under the circumstances, opted not to arrest him.
I think if anybody else in that circumstance, they would do the same thing. Because don't nobody just want to sit outside and lose their mother.
Man, it just shows the extremes, what we would do to save our loved ones, man. He risked his life to save his mother. And I think vice versa, most mothers would do the same for their kids. Man, he's definitely a brave one for that.
Wow.
At least don't hit me with it. Don't hit him with it. No, he just said something about his mama.
That's what I'm talking about!
Because I'm 17 years old, can you just fuck off?
Trying to meet you. Is it? I bro, she's 17, my guy. That's a bit too young, my guy. Sometimes you gotta chill, bro. I
don't care, can you just leave?
But the age matters, I can't lie. Okay. Yeah. Say that, bro. You said you got snap.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, hamstring cramp. That's not a good rest.
Oh, okay.
Let's try it.
Oh, you had it. What's up?
I know, I had it.
Yeah.
That's what.
You got it.
That's why you don't do it without a spotter. She was doing this without somebody there. And when she went down on her like this, and she was like struggling to get it back up, and this guy came over and helped her.
Yep.
But see, that's dangerous in this day and age because women are these boss bees that just want to make it so that, well, what are you doing? You just want to touch me.
Right, exactly. It becomes really like a liability.
And it's ridiculous.
I've seen a couple of women have actually gotten into trouble, not massive trouble, but enough trouble, and the guys just sit there and watch. It's like, I can't blame them.
Yeah, there's a reason for that because that's what the women are doing to themselves.
And it's just a whole different day and age now.
Yes, it is.
See, not all gym videos are bad where someone gets saved from dropping the weight on their neck. He's just lucky that she wasn't one of them girls who would have posted him everywhere calling him a creep.
So I just got out of the gym, and this guy that I see in there all the time, he's got like tattoos all over him. He looks like super tough. And I've been working out for like probably a little over 2 years now. Maybe, like at least in the gym. Anyways, there's a lot of thoughts that go through your head being a bigger woman in the gym. This guy that I was just talking about, he's like super hardcore. And I'm walking out of the gym just now and he goes, "Hey." I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Here we go, like something else to add to my chart. And he goes, I've seen you in here every week. Almost every day. I've seen you in here every week, and I'm proud of you. And
that's because a true man will always help you up and never let you down.
Right. It's like it's so easy for people to tear each other down.
Oh yeah, our society is like
designed
to tear each other down.
It's like it's very rare to get a legitimate compliment.
Yeah.
And
that's encouragement. That's why even one a day, that's all you can muster up is one a day, it's big.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what that'll change for somebody. You don't know if they're in, a suicidal mood.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like comments and stuff.
Yeah.
Like leave a good comment.
Got nothing nice to say, then don't say anything. Right. Don't type anything. Mm-hmm. Just leave it alone.
People that are going through something appreciate the kindness. He changed my day, and I'm grateful for people like you guys that encourage us. Actually, I do want to say that made my day, because it did. So thankful for people like him and him that encourage people like me that are going through something. And thank you.
Man, it just shows that a bit of kindness really does go a long way. And there's videos and many others that just prove how important it is to be kind to other people, because you never know what people are dealing with, what battles they're dealing with in their mind or in their life. And I've had this conversation myself with a few people in the gym who I see working hard day in, day out. I'm proud of those people. And he probably looked at her as motivation and inspiration for him to do the same. It doesn't matter what someone looks like or how much they weigh, whatever. And I'm pretty sure she's going to use that interaction as fuel to keep pursuing what she's doing.
Hey!
God!
Yeah!
That is way too close. I know you might have a weapon in hand, but that thing could knock you down and trample you before you could know. I mean,
those things are really very aggressive.
And even horses, I mean, we've been knocked around and bit.
They're yelling at it like it's a bear too. In my experience with herbivores and with hoofed animals, that just makes it worse. They come after you.
Yeah, they will. I mean, that's crazy.
Like swinging a stick around probably be more effective.
Bam!
This guy just clicked into his ancestral roots right there. That moose rethinking its life choices.
Okay.
Wait.
What's happening? Stop.
Help me.
Stop. Mate, no hands. She's my girlfriend, okay, mate?
No hands.
Okay, mate? Please, pass through. You can go, okay? Go, please, go.
Okay.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Are you okay? Don't worry. Everything's fine.
Oh, damn, man. That guy.
Okay, I'm here, I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe. Everything's fine. Where are you going?
I'm going.
I mean, that's crazy. It's like, there's so many people that we've seen on the streets, like Bakersfield even, that are methed out, and it's like you don't know what they're capable of. And so somebody like that is really a danger to anybody. So for somebody to help that woman out like he did, I mean, it's big.
Yeah, because that's another common thing too. It's like you see it, people see this stuff happening, and just like, oh, well, it's not my problem.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's all the way over there. I'm not going to deal with it.
Yes.
So for anybody to even go out of their way to even think about helping somebody, because it is a day and age of liabilities, and
yeah, it's like well, it's not my problem. So, but no.
Like if you see something, you do something.
Deal with it. Yes, you do.
But then you're
Going home. I was just going from the bus station.
I can bring you home if you want it.
Oh my God, please,
Yeah?
thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
don't worry. Everything's fine. I'm here.
What a guy, man. Fair play to him as well. And he was willing to take her home. Listen, we need to stand up to these creeps because they're out there. They're out there on the streets following and creeping on these women. We need to stand up to these people as men and as a society, because at the end of the day, that's what us men do.
One more episode.
Okay.
Some folks will find an excuse to rant about pretty much anything.
This is clownfish, right?
Looks like it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we got a clownfish. Let's get into this one. And this will probably be it for tonight. We'll stop there.
Anything. Like this woman, who argues why she thinks the term breastfeeding is offensive.
Oh, you're so sensitive.
As always, stick around to the end for the recap, this week's woke news, and much, much more.
This is what we're not going to do. The cis people have been getting what they want for forever. If you want to call chest feeding breastfeeding, I don't give two shits. But on my platform, where I want to make people from the alphabet mafia more comfortable because I am a part of the LGBTQ plus community, I'm going to continue to say chest feeding. We live in a society where the word breast has been over-sexualized by the men, by the cis men. So for a lot of us, chest feeding just feels less sexualized. But again, there are those.
Okay.
Oh, golly.
Now, men cannot breastfeed. I don't care what is said, because if it was a female turned male, it was a female. That's the only reason it can breastfeed, because it was female.
If it's a male that's using estrogen to get some sort of semblance of mammary glands, then you're still having to deal with the hormones, the testosterone that's still within the system and everything too.
Yeah, but I don't even consider that to be breastfeeding, because
it's not real.
It's artificial.
Right.
It's not within the realm of being.
Again, if it does happen, but only if there's a very serious chemical imbalance or a disease.
And if it's a disease, it's bad for the baby.
Right.
You should not have the baby.
Not nutritional value.
Yeah.
And it would be bad at that point.
Exactly.
Those who are non-binary and those who go by other pronouns.
And she, right?
Yeah.
Is saying that the word breast has been over-sexualized. I mean, nobody in his school at the age of 14 is saying breasts.
No one.
they call them something else. They call them a multitude of other things. They do not use the word breast. When I hear that, I think of chicken. So,
chicken breast.
And it's like.
And even that, they want big and.
It's true, but it has not been over. That word has not been over sexualized.
No, it has not.
Like, there's plenty of other words that would use to describe them.
Yes.
That are overly sexualized. But not,
I agree.
Not that.
Who feel more comfortable with the word chest feeding. I don't give two shits.
That's so weird.
I don't give.
No, I do not like the term breastfeeding because that's not.
No, chest feeding?
No, chest feeding, yes. Chest feeding because that's not breastfeeding.
Because it doesn't come from your chest.
Exactly. It comes from the breast of a female, a biological female.
You say teeth, I suppose. Teeth feeding.
Yes,
Teeth feeding.
Better.
Wahaha.
Two shits, not one shit, none. I don't give no shits about cis women being a.
Oh damn, she don't give no shits.
I gotta show you what had dawned that I watched the other day. There was
scary.
2 women in a row, and it was F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb, like every other word.
That's ridiculous.
And one of them was talking about how she's so sick and tired of feminine men. And she's like, I'm in my feminine state, and the whole time she is like literally not in a feminine state. She is like just going off, cussing, being confrontational, being typical modern woman. And she's trying to say that she's in her feminine state. Well, you wouldn't be here doing this if that was the case.
Exactly.
But
they do not know what a feminine state is.
Yeah, and it's really sad when I see a lot of the males that just you guys just cuss the same way.
I know. But see, they're in their more masculine state at those points, and thinking that they're in feminine for whatever reason.
I don't know why. Well, now a lot of them are kind of saying that it's like, well, to be that way is to be hyper feminine because it's raw.
Yeah.
And it's energetic and it's like it's primal and it's like it isn't though.
No, it's not.
You have to temper it.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposed to be a lotus petal on the outside and iron on the inside. But it doesn't mean that you're confrontational. You don't stick that out. You can just take the hits. That's
of course you can. Yeah.
Femininity.
It is.
And if you have to crack somebody in the head to defend your family, you better be willing to do that too.
Exactly.
But for the most part, it's just shut up. Just shut up and listen and just observe and let it all come in.
That could solve most of the world's problems. Just shut up and listen.
Exactly. Men and women.
Yes.
Just be quiet.
Especially these woke junkies.
Yeah, right. They don't listen.
No, they don't.
Really listen.
They don't want to know. That's why.
No, it doesn't resonate.
They know.
Right.
They know the world in their mind.
It's just superficial knowledge.
Yep.
It's like once you gain true knowledge, you feel it all the way down in your bones.
Oh, you do.
And
you want to listen to more people.
Right.
That's the difference. You want to learn more. You're like, okay, do you know something that I do not know?
Right. Show me your perspective.
But
bring me your sources. But they don't bring sources either.
No, they don't.
There you go.
I mean, that's the difference.
But it's this right here, like her too. It's just this hyper masculine, just chewing. Yeah, exactly. Chewing your face kind of sound. I don't know.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Offended by chest feeding. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't care.
Now I quite miss the days before the internet where people would keep their insanity to themselves and not create controversy over biologically accurate terms. And this man brings up another controversial take on his own biology.
Yeah, this
Take
is
a
the
listen.
one that
Hey everyone.
they came up with this page.
So I want to talk today about the elephant in the room that women don't like talking about, but we all think about. Having a bulge.
I thought it was. Everybody knew.
Having a bulge doesn't magically make you a man.
It's over the top.
Having a bulge doesn't negate your womanhood. A lot of us women still have our bits and pieces, and that's okay. So I think we really need to start changing the language and discourse around this issue and start normalizing it. Bye, everyone.
Now, I can't speak on behalf of all women, but I'm sure not a single one has ever thought about their bulge. It's crazy how much weirder our world's become in just a short period of time. And if you thought that was a wardrobe disaster just now, just take a look at what this man is wearing to work.
Okay.
Get ready.
ladies and gentlemen, he has actually that's been proven that he was a fake. The guy before this, he was just making fun of that situation.
But he's getting boiled in the media now.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I always thought that everybody knew. I thought that was the whole point. I thought it was extreme satire. So you can't tell anymore.
No, you can't.
That's crazy.
Look at this.
What is this? What is this?
Exactly.
Is that a Rugrats shirt?
Yeah. Oh, that is. I don't know what that is. That's a jelly beans, I think.
Get ready with me for work. I'm gonna start the outfit with this Nickelodeon t-shirt. I'll be wearing these orange printed shorts, lime green socks to match the green in the shirt, a layer on this orange fishnet shrug to give the outfit a little more texture. I'm loving this so far. Let's add some accessories. When I go to work, I have to be very mindful and go light on the accessories. I don't want to show up to work looking like a clown. I always wear one lanyard to hold my airport badge, and I always wear...
I'm sorry, that is too late. No, I have to go light on the accessories because I don't want to show up to work looking like a clown.
That's a little bit too late.
That ship has sailed.
It is. You should see this guy.
I mean, the hair color, the eye makeup.
No, he's gone too far.
Yep.
He has stepped 20 feet over the boundaries. Going to be put in jail. No pulling back.
Nope.
No going back. No.
To jail. That is it. Do not pass go. Jail.
Wear one necklace for decoration. Today we're going with this carrot necklace because it really goes with all the orange in this outfit. Gonna add 2 bracelets that really go with the theme. I'll be wearing my happy flower earrings. I think I want to wear my orange...
Unless he works with children, I don't see why he would be dressed like this. What is your job?
hat to go with the orange theme, but I also kind of really like my hair today. But the hat is really cute. I'm not really sure yet. I'll be wearing my strawberry lemonade flute sponsor friend bag to hold my phone, my green backpack to carry my lunch and water bottle. I'm gonna finish the outfit with my black shoes.
If he doesn't work with children, then it just screams pedophilia.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's even got the Nickelodeon orange going on here.
Because they are the most comfortable to stand in. And now I'm ready for work. My shoes are a little dirty, so I didn't want to put them on yet. What do you think?
I don't. I don't think at all.
You lost, maybe we lose all my brain cells. It's like
this is the worst. This is the worst.
Now, unless you're working at Nickelodeon or at a carnival, this might be one of the cringiest outfits I've seen in a while, and I'm glad the people in my neighborhood don't dress this way. And up next is another person who can't figure out how to act like a normal human.
I am a robot or android of sorts. I am not human, and I lack the ability to fully act human, because since I spawned in this human body, I have not been able to access the internet.
I mean, this is the problem. We've allowed mental illness to take over and become normalized. Mental illness now is like you're an actual person.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like they're suffering.
Yeah.
You can tell that they're suffering. That's a lot of this is going way too far.
And download new ways of acting. I have transcripts for every way of acting and reacting to different things. And I lack new ones due to not being able to connect to the internet anymore. So I cannot always react accordingly to new things, because I cannot look it up anymore and do not know how to act and react.
So I believe what this is called is dissociative personality disorder. They don't know how to react in social situations, makes them very uncomfortable. They're lacking that. Keep it for a little bit. They're lacking that in their lives. And so now they found a socially acceptable way to avoid all of that.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to react because I'm not even human, you know? So it's
I cannot hook up to the internet anymore, therefore I have no more downloads.
Yeah. So it's just found it's a way to dissociate and avoid accountability.
Yes.
You know.
For sure.
Boy. I told you to keep
Now, I'd stay away from the shrooms if I were her. I'm not sure our species is headed in the right direction if people can genuinely convince themselves that they're an android. And the worst part is this isn't satire. Just like this next woman who argues that queer and trans people actually experience time differently.
Did you know that queer and trans people actually experience time completely differently to cishet people? It's a concept called queer temporality, and it basically has to do with the fact that historically, as queer and trans people, our lives have started much later and for a whole bunch of reasons ended earlier than our cishet counterparts. So as a result, our experience of time is compressed.
Act like idiots.
It also has to do with the fact that those milestones that we've been socialized to use to mark the passage of time, so things like marriage or having children or working, retiring, inheritance, things like that, haven't been accessible to us. And that linear timeline has a name, heterochronology. And as queer and trans people, our experience of time often sits outside that. Basically, it's super interesting, and I'm going to be unpacking it more this week on the podcast. So listen in wherever you like to do that.
No.
So the next time you're late for work, just tell your boss it's because you're trans. I'm not sure who educated this woman, but there's a lot of brain cells to be lost from listening to her. And up next are a few more examples of why liberals don't get taken seriously.
This is going to be such a good year for me. And look. Can you feel that?
The hell? Wait, did we lose sound?
Gay people rock! Gay people rock! Gay people rock! Don't change who you are!
Now this singer...
My God, that was the best song ever. Oh my God.
I hate to say it, but it sounds like a PKK rally.
Well, it says it's a Autistic Socialist Allies Club party. Whatever that is.
We already knew that was autistic.
And it's titled Gay People Rock. I couldn't have figured that out just by hearing it.
We couldn't figure out what that was autistic.
Singer pretty much sums up what the average corporation sounds like as soon as Pride Month comes around.
Wait, what?
Meanwhile, I truly wonder if any of this man's friends are being honest with him and telling him what he needs to hear about his appearance and apparent gender confusion.
Yeah.
And speaking of confusion, listen to how this non-binary kindergarten teacher explains gender to her students.
How am I going to explain trans people to my kids? Well, I am a TA in kindergarten class, and I explained it to them today. So, people were wondering if I was...
No, you do not teach these ideologies to kindergarten.
You don't teach them to anybody who's in freaking school. I mean,
No.
You're there to learn math and writing. And
they should learn it by their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Any of these ideologies should be learned through parents. And yes, they say, well, some parents won't teach it. Well, then when the kid goes out to the world, they'll learn it that way.
Right, and their peers will talk about it. And
Yes.
They'll talk about it. I mean, there are ways to learn. Maybe they're not always the best ways, but I mean, how the hell do they think that we got through anything?
They don't.
I mean, and honest to God, what parents now, like that are like school children age, are not going to be more open and accepting and teach these sorts of things to their children.
Exactly.
A majority of them are not so old school because we've broken away from that, you know? And it's like when the time is right, then it's like, yeah, then you bring it up and be like, yeah, there's people that identify as that, you know? And I know that one of his friends used to say, well, I'm a boy, I want to be a boy. And she was a girl. And
Yeah.
I just didn't really entertain it either way. I was just like, okay, well, you know, like you're a child, so...
Yeah, children want to be different things.
Mm-hmm. I don't. Well, you kind of like went through that. Mario. Well, you went through that phase too, where you were wearing my high heels and stuff, and not because I want to be. It was sometimes you said that you identified better with me. You said I get along with them better.
Yeah, along.
But I mean, so he came through. I mean, it's like not even a a real thing.
No.
And
It wasn't.
take what you want. You can finish it if you want. Yeah.
Boy or a girl.
Are you good?
And so they asked me, one of the kids said, Ernie, are you a boy or a girl? And I said, that's a great question. I'm kind of in between. And he was like, what? No, are you a boy or a girl? And I was like, well, are you a boy or a girl? And he's like, I'm a boy. And what do you think Lisette is? I think Lisette's a girl. Cool. So some people are boys, some people are girls, and some people can be in between, or they can be neither. Most people are boys or girls. And sometimes people switch from one to the other. What?
Nope.
You mean I could be a girl? Yeah, you could be a girl if you wanted to. Right
You're right,
now?
Yep.
Yeah, if you wanted to, you could say, I'm a girl, and if you wanted, I could call you by a different name and call you she. And he was like, but I don't want to be a girl. And I said,
yeah, that is called indoctrination.
Yeah.
That is called putting it through their heads of what they are. And that is very wrong. And I mean, this is all in a kindergarten class, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
Kindergarten.
So we're talking about like 5 and 6 year olds.
They haven't even started learning math in that class yet.
No. Counting.
Yeah, counting, anything like that.
I feel the ABCs and stuff are usually started.
Yeah.
Then, you know, like he knew his when he went in, but you know, most of the time they're learning that and freaking colors and
they're more prone to listen and take in information at that age.
Yeah, and then
through like first and second. So with having these people in these classrooms is a reason why we're having so many.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they're being told, well, you could be that. Okay, I could be that. Well, I must be that.
They'd never, ever, ever in a million years would have thought about that if.
No.
I mean, at that age, if that hadn't been brought up.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Oh.
Said, that's great. That means you're a boy, and I'll call you by your name and use he. And he said, okay, so what do we use for you? And I was like, you can use whatever you like. You can call me Mr. Bernie, Miss Bernie, or just Bernie. And he said, okay. So that's how you explain trans people to your kids.
You think it's not going to sit there?
It's simple as heck, all right? Kindergartners can do it, and so can you. I really believe in you.
Fire her.
Now, this really begs the question, why so many teachers want to overshare their own sexuality and other adult topics with prepubescent children. And for our final clip, we tackle an age-old question. Why does biology actually matter?
You don't recognise trans people as women, do you?
No.
So what would you say to the... literally, my mum is obviously a woman. She loves me to bits. My sister, you know, she just accepts me now as her sister. I've got literally hundreds of women friends. I just lead a normal life. So why is that
Why can't you
for
do that still as a man?
No, but why is it your business?
Because it affects women in law and the way we live. It absolutely does.
It doesn't affect anyone.
Of course it does. So, for example, if I was arrested today by a police officer who still had a penis but said he was a woman, he's allowed to intimately search me. Now, the reason he's allowed to intimately search me is because a transgender police officer who said he was a woman took the police to court to have that right, because he said it was discriminatory
But if
for
he
him not to be
believes,
able
if he
to.
believes he's a woman, you're saying that doesn't make him a woman.
That's saying I have to indulge in that belief also, and I don't.
Now, before we wrap up today's clips, I recently saw a news article that sums up a lot of insanity we see in today's world. So Russell Group University recently told its staff and students that saying the most qualified person should get the job is actually a microaggression. And at least 5 universities have issued either guidance or training courses on how to avoid microaggressions. Another example of microaggression was saying that everyone can succeed if they work hard enough, because it asserts that race doesn't play a role in life's successes. Now, if you ask me, that's one of the most backwards arguments I've heard in a while, and ironically also one of the most racist ideologies, by suggesting that quotas are needed for only certain groups. And we've seen a lot of people today who seem to experience microaggressions everywhere they go, from being offended by the term breastfeeding to being misgendered, or in other cases being labelled as a human instead of an android. I think a lot of insanity can be fixed if people stop seeing everything as a microaggression and treating every differing opinion as if it's a personal attack. But as always, let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
Alrighty, that's what we got for today. That was good. I think there's one more, but I think it's another one that we...
I don't know. It might be a newer one.
See, it's the other one that we had. It's an 18-minute one, though, like 19-minute, which wouldn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the other ones are still like longer.
Yeah, so we're all good. We got through 3 or 4 of them. Yeah. So it was a good one. Clownfish, Saber Sam, and Mike vs. Everyone.
Yeah.
So
crazy stuff out there, man.
Oh, there is, and there's so much crazy. I tried to bring you guys the best that I can with everything that I'm going through. If you guys know of any channels that you watch that could help, then by all means, let me know. put it in a comment or in the room while I'm on. Either way. But Friday will be a good one. We're going to be going over the life-saving crowd implant again. So there's a lot more that we have to say about it.
And I'll finally reveal the only noticeable side effect that I've ever seen in the whole 8 years we've been taking it.
Yes. So please join us Friday. Namaste, my friends out there.
Good job. Have a good night.
Have a great night.
Have a really good night. You had